Attention crew, it's time to make it so. Reporting for duty are your fearless co-hosts, Crewman PVG, bringing the logic, Crewman Mgyx, keeping it bold, and Crewman Tommy, ready with the photon torpedo of hot takes. From classic episodes to new frontiers, Klingon phrases to Starfleet trivia, no quadrant is off limits. So grab your tricorder, set your phasers to fun, and prepare for another warp speed ride through the final frontier. This is Technically Trek.
Laying a course, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain.
Engage.
Kapla! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Crewman Tommy, and this is the Technically Trek podcast. We are live. It's Sunday night, January 25th.
I'm here.
There you are.
I don't know if I'm showing up on the screen though.
No, I see you.
No, I meant in the thing. I thought you weren't coming on.
Well, I felt bad. I felt bad. No. I wasn't going to worry about that. But, I had this new bottle of moonshine.
That's the whole reason why you want to come on. You got to stay warm via moonshine.
Let's just hit that moonshine. But it's been it's been a cold day. Not as bad as the end of the world, like a lot of the news and weather outlets were making it seem to be. I mean, some places did get hit hard, like with the ice and stuff.
Yeah, but that happened like 2 years ago as well. And they're like, oh,
yeah,
it's the coldest it's ever been. It's a polar vortex.
It happens somewhere every year, I think.
Yeah.
This year, I think the big deal was it was going to hit a lot of Texas, like a lot of states, along the southern coast.
Right.
And they ain't really equipped for that. Like when Georgia gets hit, they just shut down the whole state. Like they get one drop of snow and it's just like,
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Hold on. Grandma. Different.
I remember Texas got the kind of snow that you guys got at one point when we lived there. I don't know where we were stationed at. I think somebody said Lackland. I don't know if that's correct or not. I was a kid. This was directly post head trauma also. But I remember we had massive snow. We got snowed in, like literally the snow blocked the door where we couldn't go outside. I remember that because we had pancakes for dinner. And it was awesome.
Pancakes.
But ever since then, I don't ever remember any part of Texas getting hit with snow like that. Like I just don't ever see it. So maybe it was a polar vortex back then, but and it's now 15, 20 years later, and they're talking about the polar vortex where you're at, and you're saying now it's down by Texas, and it's like, man, this is like Chicken Little. The sky is falling. Every time this happens, oh, it's the end of the world. This is not the day after tomorrow. Fucking prepare.
Right. And then you see a lot of people putting videos out there like it's cloud seeding and like weather control manipulation, all that stuff.
It's contrails. Yeah. Look, I feel for y'all that are in those areas. As much as I feel for people that are in the southern areas that buy and build houses on floodplains where every year you're going to get flooded during hurricane season, or all of you that build houses that are not as structurally sound when every year your house is going to get torn apart by a tornado because you chose to live in Tornado Alley. There are just some parts of the United States that probably best not to live in. Maybe we should let them go back to being all natural as a wildlife preserve, and then build houses in areas that aren't going to be hit by natural disasters every year.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Well, Karen was saying the South Carolina got the ice which that's bad. That ice, because especially the black ice, you don't even know you're
Why's it gotta
on
be
it.
black ice?
Just because it's black looking. Black
You
looking
know,
ice.
black ice is just clear ice, right? I always
looks
wondered
black.
that. So when I was a kid, my dad told me about that. Coming from California, he's like, I was like, oh, where's the snow? Because California, it's like it gets cold here, but it never snowed. And it was like, yeah, it's gonna snow here. And I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, but we got to be careful for the black ice. And I'm like, black ice? Is that like black snow or yellow snow? So I'm literally looking as a child for black colored ice. And like one of his military friends was like, that's just basically pure water. It has no kind of shit on it. It's just clear, and it's called black ice because it's all the asphalt is dark gray and it's black at night, and there's ice on it, so you don't see the road and you don't notice that there's ice on it. It's literally just a clear patch of ice. So I was like, oh, well, I feel stupid. He was like, but hey,
Yeah.
your imagination of a child.
I hit some a couple years ago. I hit a patch of ice when I was coming up to a stop sign, and it did not stop. I just rolled right out into the highway. Thankfully, like it was at a time of day where there was like I had some distance between the oncoming traffic, but I was just out there in the middle of the road. And
so the first time I've experienced black ice several times after this, but the first time I experienced it, I was getting a ride home from my job at McDonald's by this guy named Charles. We all worked at McDonald's. He was giving me a ride home. I didn't live that far away from the McDonald's. It was over across the street from, obviously on the other side of Fry Boulevard, but across from where Kmart was. I lived in the neighborhood behind there. But it was night. It went from rain to slurry to snowing. And it was kind of like going to that in between. So it was like wet snow. Like regular snow, you can kind of just brush off and walk through. But when it's rain, like you can just put up a rain coat, whatever, or an umbrella. But I haven't. It was like getting hit by a wet snowball. It's like, yeah, I'll just give you a ride, dude. There's no reason for you to walk that, mile or two. And we pulled out on the Fry, and we were making a left. And I looked down. I was looking down at something. I think maybe it was like my paycheck or something. And I felt this weird, like if you're in a car, the wind blows, you kind of move a little bit. I felt that, and I was like, oh, I guess the wind's kicking up coming off the mountain. And then I looked up, and we're on the opposite side of the intersection, facing towards the base when we were going off base. And I'm like, how the fuck did we get over? And I look at Charles, and he's just white knuckled the steering wheel. Like, I was like, dude, what are you tripping on? He was like, you didn't just see that? We just did like 360s through this goddamn intersection and managed not to get hit by anything. And I'm in the start. I don't even know what to do right now. I was like, well, you got to turn that way to go to my house now. He was like, how are you so calm? I was like, I didn't see it, dude. Sorry.
Well, the thing about ice is there's nothing you can do about it. Once you hit it,
yeah,
you're pretty much just nature is gonna take its course. And hopefully that's not gonna be too much of a disadvantage for you, but
unless you got chains. If you got chains, you can do a couple little things.
Yeah.
You can, depending on the car that you have, where your drive is and where your chains are, you can actually give it some gas to spin the tires for the chains to dig in and get traction a little bit, at least enough to kind of stop the spin or stop the slide or slow down the slide. But if you don't have chains on, yeah, you're pretty much you're pretty screwed. It does kind of suck. I think the other time, one of the times I was driving, it was I think I was in my Scirocco. And it was in my Scirocco. And I was coming home from delivering. And you know the hill on the base?
I don't know if it's just me, but you cut out.
We may not cut out.
Oh, no, I can see you. Okay, hold on. Then it's me because I can see your meters moving.
Oh.
Let me switch scenes and go back. Say something?
Check it out.
Oh, that's weird. I don't hear you. Let me reset myself. Hold on. Keep talking.
While you're doing that. So I was coming off the base, and on Fort Huachuca, there's a long base that goes down and goes down the hill. Oh, yeah, it's coming through here. Fine. And
okay, I'm back. I hear you now.
And as by the officers club and whatnot, it's kind of the side entrance. Everything merges into one lane at the bottom of the base. I was coming down that hill, and I was in the left-hand side lane for whatever reason. I think there was a car or an MP pulling someone over, and I crossed lanes. And when I was giving it a long enough berth, and obviously I'd been driving in the snow, and I was starting to pick up speed, so I didn't want to hit the brakes, so I didn't want to slide. So I just downshifted and engine braked. Made my way back over into my lane because there was oncoming traffic coming. It wasn't a whole lot of traffic, but there was someone coming up the hill I was going down. So I made my way over. I remember I turned off my hazards after I was doing that. And right when I was like, okay, I'm cool, I just kept going off the edge of the road. And luckily right there was like a wide lane. I think troops used to run on that area. So it's just dirt. And I just kept sliding off the road. And I was like, I just came to a bumpy stop. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And yeah, sure as shit, I just hit some ice and I just drove off. And I was like, what the hell? I was delivering for Store 6 with Kevin. Because Kevin was like, what the hell why is the side of your car just full of mud? And I was like, well, this happened. And he was like, whatever. Just keep doing deliveries.
Let me try to pull a Captain Ake or something. I'm gonna.
You can't get comfy, dude. You're too big to get comfy in that chair.
Curl up in my chair. Yeah, this chair's. I need to switch out the couch.
Dude, do
go
you
back
know
to the old
how many videos I've seen where people are just all for Ake doing that and lounging around? Like, I'm cool with you being comfortable, but you're walking around dirty feet to Jesus. And then the amount of times you put your feet on shit, I would have chopped your feet off by now. I'm like, let's
get into episode 3. Let's chop up episode 3, Starfleet Academy.
Dude, do you even remember what episode 3 was about?
I remember it was bad. This episode was bad.
Crewman Karen says she sits cross-legged in her chair at work. But that's your chair. Yeah. I get that. But you don't go into somebody else's office and put your feet up with no shoes on their desk or on their coffee table.
Well, here's the thing. If she did, all right, let's start over. This episode, in my mind, I feel this episode was terrible. I almost turned it off about 15 minutes in. I had to force this one. This one was tough.
Was this the prank war?
Yeah.
Okay, see, the fact of the matter is, seeing as it's been I watched it Wednesday at midnight, actually. So I'm going to say I watched it Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's Sunday. It's 3 days later, and I don't remember what the episode is about. That is because halfway through this episode, instead of turning this off, I made the mental flip in my head to think of this like a science fiction Saved by the Bell episode. Because that's literally what it was.
You have to change how you approach it, right? Like, you got to put on a different pair of goggles. Like, You got to have a different perspective when you watch it. So let's start with, let's just briefly touch on the way the captain handles herself.
Dirty feet to Jesus.
Dirty feet, how she just lounges in her chair. Here's the thing. If you got respect on your name, I do not care how you sit in that chair. If you so here's the problem with Captain Ake. Yes, she's a 420-year-old Lanthanite, whatever she is. But to the audience and to the people around her who, she's been, what has it been, like 50 years or something since, or not 50, 15 years, right? Since
15 years since
she put the boy's mom in jail. She left Starfleet because that upset her so much.
Mind you, real quick, pinpoint in that because it touches on this specifically. Was she in command? Was she a captain when she put him away?
I don't know.
Was she like a commander? Was she a first officer?
No clue. It seemed to me like she's a judge. Looks like she's a judge to me.
But she wasn't. She was judging that situation. But like, what was her rank there? Like, was she like a Riker, or was she like Commander Data, just somebody that was tasked to go do that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, to the audience, to me at least,
BBG says this isn't Star Trek. This could have been Police Academy.
To me, she hasn't shown any respect. Like, she hasn't earned any respect to be sitting in the captain's chair. Okay, so maybe she's a captain or a commodore of the academy or chancellor, whatever she is. But to the audience, I feel like she hasn't proved herself to the point where, all right, if she wants to lounge around in a chair, kick her feet up. Okay, Karen says that you pretty much have to do judicial duties. Yeah, so it's probably like, like a captain performs marriage ceremonies or something.
Well, she's saying any officer. So
Yeah.
she could have been a lieutenant commander.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it doesn't mean she was a captain.
Deanna Troy.
Yeah. All right. So in my mind, Ake, Nalia Ake, I think is her real name, Captain Nalia Ake. To me, and she hasn't earned the respect to walk around barefoot, to sit in that chair. Now she's probably saying, well, they begged me to come back and teach the academy, so I'll do whatever I want. Okay. You could take that approach and say that that's what gives you the right to sit in that captain's chair with your feet up in the air, and acting kind of like you're just lounging in your, in your bedroom or whatever. But to the audience, I don't know. I just feel like why do you have that status to where you think you can sit like that? And on top of that, she did so poorly in her first encounter under threat. They got their ass handed to them by the Raka Buka Lakama. What are they called? The Valrenalis?
Nuka.
The Vuk.
Nuka Rust? Ruka?
Yeah.
A Huda?
Yeah. So
the Oogly Boogly.
The first time her ship gets attacked, right?
Slacking.
Because no like evasive maneuvers, no
right.
Evasive pattern Alpha 3, Omega Delta Epsilon 2, nothing. It's just like, let's just see what happens. And we saw what happened. Oh, IB Trekbot in the chat.
Yep. Welcome, Trekbot. Welcome, Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Funny story about that. So I ran into Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod watching another podcast, and I had to call her out on. I was like, "Hey, Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod. There can only be one." I thought like some people were like, "We don't get it." Oh, you're locked up. Oh, now you're unfrozen. OBS, man.
Yeah, it could be the weather. So, I mean,
I don't think it is. I've seen this happening on OBS or
it's
Ninja.
OBS.
No, not OBS. I've seen it happen on Ninja, and I've seen it happening on Discord, and on a couple other ones who offer very similar similarities, where people can get together via video conferencing. Zoom had it on Friday in Microsoft Teams, and somebody said AWS was having an issue, mainly due to weather, but it's because of the influx of traffic because of the weather that they're having experiences with it.
Yeah, I was going to cancel, and I had told the gang that I was going to cancel. I had actually gotten ready. I usually do a PowerPoint and have some slides and trivia and stuff ready, but we knew the storm was coming, and we saw the temperatures, because I do this podcast out in a garage. So I'm out in a garage.
In space.
And sometimes it gets very cold out here. And I actually have a space heater like 3 feet away from me. I got to have it far enough so where my mic doesn't pick it up, but I need it close enough to where I can feel it. But yeah, we were going to cancel.
Or did you return yours?
No, this is the Govee. I didn't return. I got 2 of them that I still use all the time.
Is it the little one?
Yeah, the little ones.
All right, so let me ask you this then. How well does that heat up the room?
I mean, it's heating me up nicely.
All right, so I have a tall Govee that I put for my mom. I don't think it's heating up very well at all.
Oh.
So I'm thinking about switching out, because I got a second little Govee to put in my bedroom. And the night that I plugged it in, I think the next day, something fried in the wiring on the other part of the house, so I unplugged it. So I was like,
well, I'll send you a link to one that Crewman Patty got, and she loves that thing. It like blasts out heat, and it's small and it's quiet.
I have a small, quiet one underneath my desk, and man, I need to reset it, because the other day I accidentally fell asleep in this very chair sitting here, and I woke up sweating because somehow, and maybe I have the thermostat set incorrectly, or maybe I have a weird schedule by Big Ears, the heater had turned on, and I asked Big Ears what the temperature was, and she was like, "Oh, it's outside. It is 32 degrees." I was like, "What's the studio heater temperature?" "Right now, your studio heater is reading 95 degrees. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I like got up, opened the door, and it was like a blast of cold air. I was like, man, this heater rocks. I love it. I'm thinking about unplugging the old one that I have in the living room and putting my other little one out there. I just don't want it to short out or anything. But yeah, the little Govee heaters rock. Trip and Malcolm should have had one of these. Which leads me to another question. Why don't you see mobile heating type devices or cooling devices in Star Trek?
I don't know. They just they point their phasers at rocks and heat up rocks.
Okay, but you can't do that in a shuttlecraft.
Oh, but before I forget my thought. Okay, so I was talking about this episode of Starfleet Academy, episode 3. But we were talking about how the captain kind of acts weird, shows her feet a lot, and sits funny in the captain's chair. And again, if Shatner, if Captain Kirk, if JLP, if Riker wanted to lounge in the captain's chair,
Cisco
can lounge in the captain's chair. He's earned my respect.
First of all, I have never once seen an alpha male in an alpha male role.
Janeway, then.
Those things.
Janeway, but Janeway in season 5 or later.
You were not. No. I'm talking specifically how she sits cross-legged. Crewman Karen, I know what you're talking about. What you were just trying to do earlier, sitting cross-legged.
Oh, like Indian style in the chair or something.
I've never once seen an alpha male character do that anywhere, ever.
All right, so
even
it's
in real life.
I mean, so it could be a feminine thing to sit in the chair like that. But let's just say however you want to lounge, right? However,
Right.
Riker, Picard, Kirk, Cisco, Archer, however they want to sit in the chair, I have no problem with it. If they want to walk around the bridge barefoot, I would have no problem with it. Now, Archer, after maybe season 2, because you got to earn a little respect first. But
Dude,
with this, but with Captain Ake, she can't just do this on day 1. On episode 1.
Here's
Earn
the
some
only
respect
way.
first. Prove yourself.
No, and no. Here is the only way I'm accepting anyone in the role of captain or authority to walk around that ship barefoot. You better have just come off of teaching new recruits or the children outdoor survival methods and doing something. And it's part of the whole bit. You were outside and you find yourself, you had to scavenge for clothes and everything, or you found yourself rushing out of fire and the ship's on fire. You just got out of bed. Your shoes are gone. You've got to come out of some sort of survival thing.
I mean, you could replicate some shoes.
And then as soon as you get on the bridge, you tell the lowest person who's got nothing pertinent to do, hey, I need you to bring me a fresh uniform and shoes. Then you can get to business. Because what are you going to do when you are in that situation? You're Ake. You're just lounging, reading your book, all nice and cuddly and cozy, as if it was a warm fire brewing and snowing outside, and you just want to get all comfortable, and the Klingons show up. I'm talking, we put this pre-peace with Klingons, so like Kirk era. Who's the new villain? The Nazbuka pirates. Let's say the pirates show up again. You done blown up their main dude's ship, which I don't think he's the main dude, but you done blown up his ship. They come for revenge. There's no talking. There was shoot first, destroy everything, ask questions later, and now you're ass over tea kettle, and you ain't got no damn shoes on, and everything is blowing up around you, which means you have glass LED displays shattering that you're walking through. Your helmsmen are injured. They're not responding. You got to go run across the bridge. What are you going to do? Gently try and walk around there? You're literally creating a Die Hard in space scenario. Look how well that worked out for John McClane.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Crewman Karen McLeod of the Clam McLeod says, I think she's more granola. Touching grass is grounding. I'm assuming floors are clean. Well,
they're probably clean.
They probably are clean, but they're not clean instantaneously. That's why I call it dirty feet to Jesus. You can have a clean house, but you walk outside for 1 minute. Guess what? Your feet are dirty, and now you're walking around tracking that in on the house. Oh, it's just a minute. I mean, just no. I don't like feet to begin with. So that's my biggest thing. I'm not a big fan of feet. I don't want to see your feet.
Imagine Admiral Jellicoe walking in there, seeing her lounging in the captain's chair. Dude, that would be fun.
Jellicoe is going to jump universes and forget he's on Star Trek and go back to RoboCop, call for that big-ass robot that he had to take her out.
Computer, fire up the Jellicoe EMH or Jellicoe hologram, command hologram.
Yeah, that is just crazy. I did have a question on that. Somebody else brought it up on one of the other podcasts of how come is Sam programmed from Starfleet, or is she programmed from I want to say Voyager?
Sam, the cadet?
Yeah, because she's a photonic. Is she from the Voyager planet that was all built on photonics that rebelled against their creators?
There was also a DS9 planet of photonics.
There's a photonics from DS9 where they didn't know that they were photonics and they thought they were real and were programmed to procreate using their own genetic makeups. And so that is why I'm still watching this show. Those little things are Star Trek. That is core that is Star Trek at its core. Those kind of questions. The will they, won't they? Oh, I thought we had a connection together, girl. We was talking the other day, girl. I like the way you smell, girl. That shit, that is straight up 90s. 90210, Saved by the Bell, OC. What was the one with Pacey and what's his face? Dawson's Creek. That's all that is. And you know what? Once you get into the mindset that this is Star Trek, but this is also Dawson's Creek, and this is also Saved by the Bell, hurry, guys. We've got to do something to save the Peach Pit. That's what this shit was.
Well, let's get back to specifics, all right? So there's a war college because Starfleet has a war college, or the Federation has a war college.
No, it's Starfleet. Federation is just a federation of planets. Starfleet is the military scientific organization. So Starfleet has a war college and Starfleet has an academy. One is like ROTC, the other is academics.
All right, so have we talked about why the cadets seem so bad, right? You got the girl who swallowed the comm badge. And you got kind of the dumb hologram, right? Sam is kind of a dumb hologram. She doesn't act smart. But why does Starfleet Academy, why are they taking not the best of the best?
Because they didn't exist.
So you're saying that this is just because the burn and now they're just taking whoever applies?
Yes, you have to start somewhere. You have kids that were told about the academy that show potential. The boys got potential. You got that, but there's no one else there. No one else thought Starfleet was going to come back or the academy was going to come back. You have to start somewhere. Like when we grew up, it was like, okay, you go to elementary school, kindergarten, there's regular schooling, which they all kind of went through, or they have life experience. And now academy is basically, I want to go from ROTC and I want to go to West Point, or I want to go to the Air Force Academy. You have to start somewhere. And there's no one else before them that they can look up to want to go to that. When we were growing up, it was like, all right, you want to go to the U of A. You want to go to Duke. You want to go to Princeton.
You got to have a good SAT score.
Even before that, but before that, you didn't. They all started out as just little colleges. And then they grew into what they are. So Starfleet Academy is also growing up again because it was literally destroyed before. So we're all growing together.
I hear what you're trying to say. I mean, I had the same thought, right? Like they're just taking whoever because the galaxy has been traumatized and there's been no academy for 120 years. They probably didn't send pamphlets out, like we get a bunch of pamphlets.
Yeah, I don't think they did that either.
But so Karen, Clan McLeod, that can be only one. I think unfortunately I feel like it's for the humor, but like the whole swallowing the comm badge, I don't know if anybody thought that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the 90210-ish humor came in and the Saved by the Bell. Like, I think there was a competition between her and Sam to be the Screech of the episode or of the series. But I noticed that.
Did I do that?
Yeah, or the Urkel. Wow, my camera just went completely out of focus. Combat Girl didn't show up at all, I think.
She wasn't in episode 3.
In this episode. So I don't know if she's going to make a reoccurrence or if it was just for that episode or they need to have a comedic bit. I think Sam is going to be more the comedian. I'm rooting for her. That's who I'm rooting for is Sam, because I think she's the one that has the potential to have the most amount of growth. There was another person that
Karen, Karen makes a point, right? I said that I didn't want any prequels.
That's true, Karen. Karen, you
but
are
I
absolutely true.
I wanted new Trek.
This is Trek. It's just not the Trek you wanted.
Is it Trek though?
This is why doves cry.
Is it Trek?
This is why doves cry.
Just because it's called Trek, is it Trek?
I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I'm going to give it a shot because
Is it more Trek or more Saved by the Bell?
It's Saved by the Bell. So here's the thing.
All right.
I'm going to give it a shot because I have legitimate Trek questions that I think they can answer. What happened to Cisco? Is Sam a photonic from DS9 or a photonic from Voyager? Is any of the other crew going to make an appearance? I don't think they will. It'd be kind of dope if they have a Seven of Nine come in, or if they do like what DS9 did, where they went back in the past and superimpose themselves on the TOS episode, Trouble with Tribbles. I think that would be pretty dope if they did that with one of the TNG or DS9 or even Enterprise episodes that already existed. I think there's also some. I want to see tie-ins now with Prodigy because they did show
the Rock guy,
or Rock Talk in there, and they mentioned Prodigy, and they also mentioned the EMH on Prodigy.
PVG said it's definitely not a trick that we knew and grew up with.
You mean a Trek?
I'm not sure. What did he mean? Did he mean a trick or a Trek?
Definitely not the Trek.
But look 2 lines down.
Huh?
I think he did a typo.
Something's not translated because I'm looking at the YouTube chat and it says it's definitely not the Trek that we grew up with.
Oh, he deleted it. Yeah.
I need to change that from top chat to live chat.
IB says he's liking it because he has an open mind and he has no expectations.
Exactly.
I actually had low expectations.
I did
like
too.
Season episodes 1 and 2. They weren't. I still got some problems with it. Because I'm looking at this from the perspective of like Starfleet is supposed to be the best of the best. But I guess I got to erase that from my mind. Like Starfleet is no longer the best of the best.
Dude, you're looking at this from I want it to be an adult Star Trek, not a kid Star Trek. That's what you want. Even if it were a kid Star Trek is you're the best. You've lived through life. You've perfected your skills. You started out shitty, but now you're the best. That's an adult Trek. This is kids not knowing what they want to do. They're not gonna be.
All right.
Best.
Well, let's go into details. All right, because I said we were going to go into details, and I know that we've got a mixed bag here, right? We got a mixed bag.
Here are the details.
Here's the pranks. The Romulan pranks are not the War College pranks. I like the War College pranks. The one prank that Academy finally pulled off, I don't think it was that good. The whole plant putting the plants in there, I didn't think that was a good funny prank. So even their retaliation prank wasn't good.
So they drew, and I same thing originally, but then I thought about it, and then they said it. They drew on the movie, not Wing Commander. There's a movie where a kid gets bullied, and to get back, he destroys the bully, puts him in the hospital, damn near kills him. And they're like, you should have stopped him. I said, no. He said, now everyone that saw him get bullied and how he reacted, no one is ever going to bully him again because they saw how severe he went. The Academy prank wasn't just a haha, this is a minor inconvenience we're showing off to you and for the rest of the crowd to get laughs. It was a haha, fuck you. Guess what? These officials are here to tour our college, and you've got a weed that doesn't really die, that is literally destroying your entire facility, and there's nothing you can do about it. So not only is it an inconvenience to you, it's now an embarrassment on you to the higher levels that are here to judge us, because they had those officials coming in.
I don't feel like that was an embarrassment, because that was an endangered plant species. So to me,
an endangered plant species, because you couldn't. So they could have easily just gone in and sprayed herbicide and killed it and got rid of it, injected it with something, and it would have shrunk back down. But you can't, because it's endangered. So they couldn't do anything to get rid of it before those officials came in to tour their campuses. And I'm assuming these are officials that are like, yeah, we're the ones that give you funding or give you permissions to do your special things or whatever. And now the War Academy or the War College can't do any of that because their entire facility is in disarray. So it's not just an embarrassment because you got people getting smacked against walls and a plant that's talking back, or you screaming, going, oh my God, blah, blah, 24/7, that you can't get to shut up. Now you got these officials coming in to tour your facility and the academy side to possibly give you funding or permissions or whatever, resources to improve yourselves. You've now lost out on that. And on top of all that, and they didn't show this is all your fault. You brought this on yourself. The War College is the one that started the prank war. Now they're getting nothing. Now they got to deal with the plant, which is everything else that they did to the academy side, you could fix within a half hour. Or if it required fixing at all. Oh, you teleported us without our clothes on. Okay, put clothes on. Problem is you got laughs, you got jokes, you got your jokey jokes. You have a plant that has infested your entire dormitory, your entire facility. You're not getting rid of that in an hour. You got to let it grow out and change on its own, because
they could still teleport it. They could transport it.
You can't do anything. It's an endangered species.
No, they can transport it. They won't hurt it.
How are you going to transport something that intricate? It's a weed.
They transport all kinds of stuff.
You're thinking that's it.
Right.
Anyway, I don't think it was funny as much as don't fuck with us again. We're gonna end this entire prank war from ever happening again. This is what we did. Don't fuck with us the rest of the year. I think that's what it is.
They could transport one of the cadets with one of those plants and end up with Tuvix. Or two cadets in one planet.
Ender's Game. That's what the movie is. So in Ender's Game, Ender beats the ever-loving shit out of a kid. And Harrison Ford was like, no, let him do it. And his cohort is like, no, you need to stop him because they're watching it happen. He's like, no, he's ending the war right now. He's making a decision so devious and so big, no one's going to fuck with him. And that's what Academy did. They made a choice that was so big, no one's going to fuck with them because no one else is thinking on that level. Everybody else is like, oh, let's put dye in their shampoo bottles, or let's do this. Let's fritz out their servers when they're taking their exam. Ake's plan, as green as it was kind of ingenious. It's something so big, you can do it, laugh, and walk away and know that 2-3 days later, the War College is still having to deal with it. It's something that's
I still feel like if I were at the War College, I would have had a retaliation.
I don't think you would be on the War College side. I think you would be on the Academy side.
Whichever side I was on, I'm always going to retaliate.
Okay, and you're going to keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, you're that guy that's going to keep poking the bear until somebody says you're going to learn today, and then eventually you're going to do something, and they're going to do something so extreme that you're not going to want to poke the bear again. But until that happens, you're going to keep poking the bear. it's
See,
gonna be-
another problem I have is the cadets themselves didn't come up with the idea.
I kind of, this is why I said this is very much Saved by the Bell. This is Mr. Belding telling them, well, when we had the same thing and we had to do this, we had a sock hop and we raised enough money to save the pit. That's what Ake, this is an endangered species and empathy and blah, blah. She's dropping hints because she probably already had this prank in her head that she wanted to do, and she wanted somebody else to do it. And this was her way of getting that done by dropping hints to the kids on how to do this so that she could see it play out.
All right, what do you?
All right, McCloud. Yeah, she led them to water.
That can
and
be
let
only
them
one.
drink.
What do you think about this this thing between Genesis and what was his name? The dude. The Keonan.
Associate them with
the Keonan.
So you're talking about, what do I think about Kelly Price versus Zach Morris?
Yeah, about who's going to be the team leader.
Actually, no, I think
of
that
Red
would
Squad.
Be more like, no,
Screech?
that wasn't Kelly Price. That was
Slater versus Zach.
Yeah, that's Slater versus Zach. That's what that is. That was Slater versus Zach. That's literally when that occurred. I was like, this is Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
This is Slater versus Zach, and I'm like, this is just dumb. That's why I said I got halfway through it. I got a quarter way into it, and I was like, this is very similar to something. And I was just thought on it. Like, it's playing. I'm not even watching it. I'm just listening. I'm like, this is Saved by the Bell. I'm like, that's the same a story plot from Saved by the Bell, and from 90210, and from Dawson's Creek, and from Family Matters. And I'm like, this is a teenage plot that I've seen a dozen times just in the aspect of Star Trek. So as soon as that happened, I put it on one screen and launched Call of Duty and started playing Call of Duty while I watched it. I did not have to watch the entire thing because I already knew what was happening. I think I stopped when there was silence and action was happening, but that was okay. Sam was teleporting around, spraying the fungus in different places. And I was like, if she's a photonic, why doesn't she just duplicate herself and do that at once? And then the whole running. So when I guess Dorian's gonna have to be AC. Is gonna have to be Slater. Dorian's got to be Slater. He's the loner, and Fish Boy has got to be Zach. So when he's doing his whole thing and he's running around trying not to get caught, and then all of a sudden the girl's there, that's when I was like, this is definitely a 90210. I thought we were close. I thought we had something. Yeah, we did. I'm going to give you a shot, but I'm also sending an alarm. And then ironically, your dorm is just downstairs and your guy's just waiting for you. And he's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, what was the purpose of that whole thing if you didn't care if you got caught at the end? I thought the whole thing was supposed to be stealth to get in and get out. And you got caught on your way out, and you're all just like, oh, well. I mean, at that point in time, I would have been, if I were on the other team, I would be like, yo, so-and-so was up in here. We need to find out what the fuck they did. Computer, run a sweep. What's out of the ordinary?
I will give Starfleet Academy one compliment. It made me really like a DS9 episode that I watched right after I watched Starfleet Academy.
Wait,
I watched Starfleet Academy episode 3, and I walked away with my head down, and then I turned on Paramount Plus. I went back in and I watched the next episode of, I watched a few episodes of DS9.
What episode? Where are you at? I thought you
season
finished.
7. So this one was called like Assault on AR-55A, where Nog gets his leg cut off.
Oh shit, that's a deep one. That's a
Nog.
deep one.
Yeah, so the episode where Nog comes back, it's called "It's Only a Paper Moon" or something like that.
Yo,
Where Nog spends the whole episode with Vic Fontaine. This is Star Trek. This is Star Trek.
I had to go find those songs, and then come to find out that Vic Fontaine is an actual singer with actual albums out, not under Vic Fontaine. Actually, it is under Vic Fontaine.
Yeah. If you
that was a good episode, man.
Watch any episode of Starfleet Academy, then go watch It's Only a Paper Moon on DS9, and you will realize how good old Star Trek is. And I know everybody's like, well, old Star Trek, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it's so good. That episode is so good. And I'm dropping frames for some reason. So people are probably seeing us freeze and lag. But I don't know. It's got to be it's got to have something to do with the weather. Because I don't usually drop frames like this. But
not sure.
Dude, this episode with Nog, and I normally don't like these Ferengi episodes.
This
and I'm
one
calling
was good.
Right. But I bet it had to do with watching Starfleet Academy.
No, dude. I watched that episode before I watched Academy, well beforehand. And it was like you said, I for the most part, I don't like the Ferengi episodes. They're like quirky,
it's filler, it's kind of weird. It's not
right. But this one was a good one because and this is why I kind of think you're jaded to Academy, is because Nog was going to the Academy, and most most cadets in the Academy had served on a ship, had been through some life shit before, and now they were going in. Like, after that episode, Nog was like, yeah, fuck Red Squad. Red Squad don't know shit. They ain't been through nothing. You know, and the ones that are left, I know all the other ones died because they were stupid. And the only ones that are left are you know, scared or whatever. Red Squad ain't shit. They haven't gone through war. They haven't fought the Jem'Hadar. You know, he's got combat medals. He served in the Dominion War, while other people were at the Academy going to class.
Yeah.
That's why I think a lot of people are like, yo, that should have been what the Academy focused on. And I think if the Academy had more students that were weathered because they went through the burn, or they weathered the results after the burn, I think that would have been better. Because if the majority of them were that, because in reality, the majority of them were that. But what we're seeing is the best of the best are also the richest of the rich, the better off. Everyone in there is a different. I'm a admiral's daughter. I am a war crime lady, you know, a ward of the chancellor, basically. I am the first of my kind of underwater species, whatever. I'm a Beta Z that is overpowered, and my family is the head of the whatever thing. The photonic is whatever, first of her kind, but she's a photonic, so she didn't have to go through anything. She was born like 2 months ago. Everyone in there is well off. And I think, it's kind of fucked up to say, but I think Comm Girl should be one of those, I had a hard life. Now, granted, Dorian, a.k.a. the guy that's playing Slater in this new series, had a hard life, but he had a fulfilled or rich, that's the word I'm looking for. He had an adventurous life. He has a story to tell. He's the Aladdin of the bunch. But he's now a ward of that chancellor. The chancellor is covering his ass left and right, and he's slowly getting at the point now. He understands that, and now he's starting to flaunt, I can get away with anything I want. because he can always pull that. Well, you sent my mom to jail and you separated us. So that's my take on it. I do have a hot take on the mom. I don't know if I said it here before. I don't think the mom is really I think she was a prisoner. And I think the mom knew and was part of the pirate, that the Nusbaka, whatever pirate society are in. I think she was part of it, either by she was somebody's woman, and that's the kid, and he's the prince of the pirates, and she's the queen. Mainly because she said in the first episode, she said, "Don't forget this code. This is our code." And then Nusbaka was like, "Yeah, we wouldn't have known where you're at, but somebody accessed our pirate code and was sending messages." So that means the mom knew it was a pirate code, and it wasn't just theirs. That was a common pirate code. So how would she know that? If so, she can't feign. And people are like, "Well, it's an innocent mom, blah blah blah. She was starving." Then why would she have a pirate code for communications? And all of a sudden, oh yeah, too bad what happened to your mom. He literally says, "Too bad what happened to your mom when we tried to break her out." Why would he and the other pirates try and break her out specifically, unless she was of vital importance? If she was just an old lady that was starving for food that they were trying to help out, they would have let her rot. They wouldn't have put everything at risk.
Well, and I think as we get to the end of the season, we'll see that she probably is a significant person on the.
I think she's a queen. I think she is the head of the pirates.
Yeah. Because they got a big name actress to do it. I mean, it's She-Hulk. They got She-Hulk to do it. But Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod, there can be only one, says she likes colored M&Ms. She likes them all. But does she like peanut M&Ms? That's the question.
No, you can't. I mean, I like all M&Ms for the most part, unless they have.
But do you like the peanut butter filled M&Ms?
Love the dude.
Yeah, they're like Reese's Pieces.
You put those in the freezer? Shit.
But what about peanut M&Ms?
I like peanut M&Ms.
All right. Peanut butter, almond. Peanut.
I like the almond M&Ms.
Those are good. The
only M&Ms I really don't like are the plain M&Ms that are just chocolate. Like, if I had to rank them, those are going to be the bottom. I'll still eat them because it's chocolate, but I put those at the bottom.
Is the burn okay? So, IB and Karen, Crewman Karen, Clan McLeod, there can be only one. Say, the burn is the metaphor for COVID, but the burn happened before COVID. Aha!
What?
Right?
What do you mean the burn happened before COVID?
I mean, COVID was what, March 2020?
Are you trying to? No, dude. They're saying the burn is the. I feel like you're being facetious right now. I feel that. And I feel like that was a statement to try and get me to set me off, and I'm not falling for your tomfoolery.
And by the way, PVG is right. I did say that we weren't going to do our show tonight. So, yeah. He's not here. He said he already had his share of twisted teas and he couldn't drive down on the snow and ice-covered roads. What an excuse, huh?
What an excuse. Sounds like he needs to go ahead and get the what was the vehicle from Mass that could go anywhere?
Doesn't that Cadillac have all-wheel drive?
5. Or he needs to go ahead and get the Mach 5 and put the tire treads.
He needs to put some chains on that Cadillac.
James Darren is Vic.
Okay, let's get back to that episode of DS9 though. Man, that was so good because it's not Star Trek in the way you think of Star Trek, but it's just such a good episode.
It's more like a
And that's what I would really like out of Starfleet Academy. You know what? Do your own thing. And part of it has to do with earning like a level of respect. Like Vic Fontaine and Nog, those are characters that they're well-established characters. Like everybody likes Vic Fontaine. Everybody loves Nog. You know, Nog has paid his dues. So if they want to just have an episode where they go through some emotional stuff, people are going to give them that leeway. They're going to give them room to play that out. With Starfleet Academy, what I would have liked to see is a little bit more character building. You know, it's like, show us why.
What the hell? Hold on a second. Yo, that's your friends. Chief
Who?
Scott in the chat.
Chief Scott, I don't even see him in the chat.
Are you looking at the screen or are you looking on YouTube?
I'm looking at the screen.
Look at the YouTube.
I don't see it. Chief Scott?
Dude, you need to look at YouTube, not on the screen.
I'm looking at YouTube. I'm looking at YouTube. I don't see it.
Here, I will screen cap it.
What is happening here? What are you talking about?
Hold on. Where is it at? Oh, I think it already screen capped it.
Hey, Karen, Crewman Karen of the Clan McLeod, there can be only one. I did like some Strange New Worlds. No one is seeing Chief Scott in the chat.
Dude, I see two Scotts in the chat.
I'm not seeing it.
You're not going to be able to... You're not sharing the screen, are you? If I share something with this in Ninja?
No, go ahead and try. I liked some Strange New Worlds. When did I not like Strange New Worlds?
You didn't like the last season of Strange New Worlds?
I liked a little bit of it. I liked that episode where they freed the Pa Wraiths out of that Pa Wraith prison.
All right, look at the screen that I just shared. And then look at Chief Scott's. It's like the third from the bottom.
Oh, oh, that got filtered out. Why am I not seeing
it? Did get
that?
filtered. It came through on my YouTube. I can see it.
I don't see it. Oh, you know what? You might have adult YouTube.
Probably.
Yeah.
But that's what went out. So that's all I was like, yo, that's your friend.
Well, Chief Scott, that's a character right there. By the way, well, I don't know if I should announce this, but I think technically Trek is joining the community. Like, we're going to be part of the community. So we're going to help out with stuff in the community. Thanks to Crewman Patty signing us up for that.
Hey, can you make a sticker that says technically Trek that goes along here? Because don't you have a sticker maker?
No, I don't. I have a printer.
I'll have to try and find one.
I have a printer. It's not a sticker maker, it's a printer.
Yeah, but you can't.
But with tape, you can make it a printer. Hey, dude, Chief Scott. Now I see Chief Scott because he doesn't have bad words in his message, so it doesn't get filtered out.
That's like, come on, man. Anyway, back to the episode with Nog. I really enjoyed this because it shows the growth. Nog was always a jokey joke character and never took things seriously. He was always trying to look at, getting over on someone. And then he gets his leg shot off. And Now he's got to take things serious, and he's depressed about it. It shows. I mean, that same growth is what you could see if you've ever had a tragedy like that happen to you, or even a heartbreak to you. You got to get over it. You got to move on. You got to live. You got to continue lifing. And I think showing up for Ferengi doing that is definitely one of the things that was kind of cool. What I'm oddly curious about is why we don't see
There is
Ferengi.
one. There is one.
I didn't see any.
I think on the War College side, I think there's a Ferengi.
Was he from? What was the?
But he's probably a half. He's probably a half Ferengi, half Jem'Hadar or something.
Was he? What was the guy's name?
Oh,
Brun.
Brock.
Something Brun of the FCC.
Brunt. Yeah, Brunt.
Because didn't he
Brunt.
want to end up being like a badass at one
You
point?
remember my theory from last episode? Brunt was a changeling who was also a Wei-Yun.
Yeah.
Because it's all played by the same character in real life.
He also played on Enterprise.
Yeah, he was Shran.
Yeah.
I think it was Shran.
Yeah, it was Shran. Yeah.
Okay, so
it was funny.
let me go back because I know there is some positive takes. There's positive takes on Academy, and there's negative takes on Academy, mostly from me.
Wait, hold on. Did you see any Vorta?
Yes, Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod. There can be only one. You're right. I didn't like Nog. But now Nog is one of my favorite people. But everybody on DS9 has become... Actually, you know who I don't like on DS9 now is Jake.
I knew it.
Everybody at once. Everybody at once. Jake. Nobody likes Jake.
Grow. I mean, the only growth that he really had was he stood up for, and I don't know if it's growth or just he stood up to his dad about not wanting to join Starfleet.
Yeah.
But then that was it. He was just always...
And he was with that cutie Kesha in Vic Fontaine's.
And then he wanted to be a war correspondent. And I think if they had gone on, I think you could have shown him do some more war correspondence things. Like that episode with the Red Squad when him and Jake are there and that ship's flying up.
Oh, on the Valiant, yeah.
Yeah, that's the closest thing that you ever see him being like, okay, I'm growing up a little. But even then, he was just a lanky kid being like, no, we gotta go. Being a scared lanky kid. And Nog is like, no, dude, fucking pull yourself up and fucking stand up, be a man. Quit being a little bitch, quit crying. And then at the end, Nog was like, look, even though Nog was saying, yeah, we got to retreat, Nog was like, no, we need to go. This is why. Jake is still, oh my God, we got to go. No. Like, dude, come on, man. Man up a little.
By season 7 of DS9, you love every character. But I think when you try to, and my problem is probably I'm watching DS9 season 7. So I'm doing a full rewatch. I'm in season 7, but I'm also watching these new episodes of Starfleet Academy. And that's not a good idea. Like, you can't watch DS9, you can't watch TNG, you can't watch Voyager, and then try to watch Starfleet Academy at the same time.
You just gotta leave Enterprise
because it's like being with it's like being with a supermodel, but then like you're a single guy, you go out with a supermodel on Friday night, but then on Saturday night, you go out with a 4 out of 10. Like if
they're just leaving Enterprise out there. Enterprise is okay to watch.
Nothing happens by coincidence. That was not a coincidence.
What about the TOS, the animated series? That's okay to watch?
Animated series is done. We couldn't even
Prodigy?
get through. Prodigy to me is too much like Star Wars.
Okay. What about
I liked Prodigy, but it was too much like, oh, he can hit the warp core with a pipe wrench and it starts up again. That's something Han Solo would do. He actually did do it on the Millennium Falcon.
I would say Lower Decks, but I think they needed to. Honestly, I wish they had made Academy more like Lower Decks. I think if they had made it more comedic, I would have accepted it more. I still have an open mind. I'm going to watch it because there are unanswered questions on other series that we are supposedly going to be exposed to. But, man, it's becoming hard. I already forgot the episode 3 days ago, and I forgot.
When you talk about Trek, it's really about character growth. Just like IB is saying, there's character growth over the seasons, but you don't even need all 7 seasons. Like the way they used to do it is that the character growth would happen, over a couple episodes. Like over a couple episodes, you can pretty much start to establish some good characters.
Right.
I wish Academy would have done that. Like, show us why Captain Ake is so special. Show us something. Show us that she's special, and don't just tell us she's special. Like, just telling us she's special is not enough. It's like you're forcing her down our throat. And now that's why she can walk around with dirty feet to Jesus.
So, to Karen McLeod of the Cat Clad McLeod, you are
there
correct.
Can be only
Connie
one.
Newson, there can only be one. I don't know why I keep forgetting that today. Yes, Tawny Newson is on the writers. She's actually one of the writers and executive producers, I believe, of the show. I know she's working on another comedy version of Star Trek. I'm hoping this was not it, because even though the character of Sam is pretty funny, the 2 characters I'm rooting for right now are the comedic ones, which is Sam and the Betazoid brother.
I'm rooting for him too.
Brothers making beds. Or boys, bros making beds.
Bros making beds. I could, what? If you just made it funny like that the whole way, I could get down with it.
Yes,
but when you try to make it serious and mix it in with like serious and funny, and
unless you're gonna go the route of Lower Decks and make it funny and then tie in like Easter eggs from other shit, you could do it that way and it's still funny and Star Trek-ish. But you're doing more than 90210. Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod, there can only be one, says that she likes Tig and Thok. I'm just a man. I'm okay with that relationship if all they put towards the fact that it's a hybrid same-sex relationship is what they've shown already. I'm okay with that. If they continue on the path of saying, it's my wife, this is the whole thing, and keeps pushing that it's a same-sex relationship other than just establishing it, which is what they've done. If they keep pushing it and they make the whole Tig and Thok story arc just like they did in Discovery with the 2 doctors,
Stamets,
then I'm going to be annoyed as shit, because they've already established that they're in a relationship. One's the wife, they're both wives. Awesome. You want to have them adopt a kid? Cool. But if you start pushing every fucking episode of having to say or having to mention, I think I'm just going to go home to my wife, because we are in that wifely relationship, and you keep shoving it. And it's like, man, you're falling into the woke trap, and that is going to turn people off from wanting to watch this. Just show it, establish, like you said with Loki, you've established it. Now move forward. establish why Aki is so special. And I think they need to do that with kind of all the characters. They need to
Facts.
have an episode where they're like, this is why Sam is here in the academy. This is why. Well, we already know why the Betazoid brother and sister are there. We already know why Slater is there.
Well,
We
you know
need to
what?
why Fish
You know
Boy is
what?
there.
The Betazoid girl supposedly has a power suppressor on her neck.
Right.
Show us
But
why. Show us why.
Show us what happened.
Right.
How did that come about?
Yep. She must have done something horrible.
And then show why, Zach Morris, Fish Boy, is in there. Show us how Thok became, not really how she became a hybrid, but show her parents. Show why is she in the academy? Or why is she an instructor? Because when did that occur?
But honestly, Fish Boy, he's proven himself to me. He went out on the saucer. I mean, that dude already risked his life.
He is literally a new species. We need it.
Yeah. No, I mean, we don't know much about him, but he has risked his life. And Caleb has kind of proved himself. He can fight.
His backstory. I'm talking about we need to establish him backstory on how they came to the academy.
We need a backstory on the Klingon. The Klingon is really just like, I'm really almost done with this Klingon.
I already told you my Wizard of Oz theory with it. Yeah, I don't know either, but I want to see that. I want to see the
I mean, he's clearly going to have a romance with the white dude from the War College.
They need to have a Breakfast Club roundtable. You know, in the Breakfast Club movie, they were sitting around after they all got high and all that, and they were talking about why they're in detention. They need to have an episode that focuses on that for each of the characters, except for the ones that we've already clearly established. Because honestly, if you spend all that time on Dorian, we already know. You can be like, yo, Ake split me and my mother up. Now she's trying to help me find her. That's it. If you spend more time than that on it, man, you are just sucking the teat on that story.
Yeah, you're going into. I want to know about Genesis. Like, she keeps saying that her dad's an admiral. All right, tell us who is this admiral? You know, who is your dad? You keep saying he's an admiral. Is it
right?
Is it the admiral? Right, and what is she again? Because I forgot what she is.
Oh, she's a Langolier.
All right.
She got Langolier teeth.
She's half Jem'Hadar, half something.
Dude, I don't know. She's got the smile, like the wide mouth, like a big gulp. She's part of the grouper squad.
Somebody made a post that said something about, all right, in Star Trek, all these people that look like humans but supposedly are some other alien race just because, you know, they say so. From now on, they should just say they're humans. Because all you're doing is saving on makeup cost.
Right, or CGI.
Right.
So it's like, okay. So, man, to give you all a backstory, me and Tom have been talking about an Academy show since TNG was on the air. When we could have done one with Wesley and a couple of the other kids. And we never got it.
Red Squad.
Fuck Red Squad. I mean, they could be part of it in the show, but I don't want it to be all about Red Squad. But there's so many people now that are part of the Federation that we don't see in this academy. Like the Ferengi, what was Shran's race?
Oh, Andorians.
The Andorians and the other Andorians, the ones that live in the cave. We have a Klingon. We've seen the Romulans.
What about human?
There was a Gorn in Lower Deck.
Yeah. Or
the Gorn
there's Orion.
We've seen Orions. We've seen Packlids. Why did you do a show about Academy that's about inclusiveness and you don't include any of these other species other than background characters. Those are the ones.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with it. Oh, my heater's kicking on, which means I'm gonna have to get out of here soon because it's gonna get loud. That means the temperature has dropped down below comfort levels.
I just can't even hear it. I hear a slight hum. That's it. It's not coming through.
I can see it pegging my meters pretty hard.
That's just regular background noise.
The problem is, now I forgot my train of thought. God damn it.
I was saying, because why didn't they have teenage versions of all the other species that are already established and show those? I think if they wanted to bring in a new generation of Star Trek viewers, the younger generation, bring in the old species, younger generation. Have a teenage Klingon, which you have a teenage Andorian, have a teenage Ferengi, have a teenage Gorn, have a teenage Orion, and have them not be background characters, have them be full-on characters that are in there. Because right now we have a main cast of 6, I think. Dorian, we got Zach and Slater, Kelly, and what the hell is the other chick's name? You got the 2 dudes,
Jesse.
2
Who's
girls.
Jesse? The showgirl.
That's Genesis.
No, that's Kelly.
No, Kelly is the Betazoid.
Oh, I got that.
Yeah, Kelly's the Betazoid. Jesse is Genesis.
Who's Screech?
Screech, honestly, is Sam. Is a combination of Sam and the Betazoid brother. It's the comic relief for whatever scene, because I've yet to really see a scene with both of them in it together at the same time. It's like a rule, like you can't have that 2 comedics in the same scene, or the world will blow up.
Anar.
Is that sci-fi fan? Which one is Anar?
PVG says the Klingon will go postal. What does that mean? That he'll go Klingon?
I think that is the Wizard of Oz theory, that at some point he's all pacifist and he's gonna get pushed to snap and embrace his full Klingon natural tendencies. And I think towards the end of the season or whatever, maybe not this one, he is going to snap and the claws are gonna come out. And then he's gonna realize that he can both be a true Klingon as well as a pacifist. Because I bet you there's going to be like a Klingon in the War College. And what would be awesome is if it is a female Klingon that's taunting and making fun of him, that pushes him.
I already know that he's going to get with the white dude in the War College. They're going to have a relationship.
I don't know.
So it
dude.
won't matter if there's a female Klingon.
It could. Because again, the female Klingon is not there to get with him.
The great granddaughter of Tom and B'Elanna.
The Klingon, that would be awesome to have somebody that's related to him in there. The Klingon female is there to taunt him, to be like, you're no true Klingon. That's what she's there for. And the fact that she's a female doing that, oh, that's going to make his blood boil. And then, you know, it's probably going to be, if he does get with the dude, the human dude, in the War College, she's going to fuck up the dude that he's trying to get with. And that's what's going to make him snap. I should be a fucking writer for this show. Like,
you know too much.
I don't think I know too much.
You're not woke enough.
Oh, sci-fi. Yeah, Anar is the other race of Andorians that lived in the cave that were blind and ESP.
Oh, I remember that from Enterprise.
Yes.
And the hot girl helped them escape.
Yes. But then I think one of them was able to see or something in the end. I don't know. But even so, yeah, why don't they show any of the other races that we've already come across that are already in the Federation, rejoining the Federation, and sending their kids to be emissaries inside of Starfleet Academy? I think that would have brought in the old generation like us, as well as the new generation, because they're kids. I think that would have been a better binder, because right now the only species that we see that we know well of are humans, Betazoids, Klingons, and the Jem'Hadar. And you haven't really given us a backstory on this Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid, like how that even came about.
It just did. The snap. I think after the burn, the Federation got reduced down to 38 planets.
Okay. And
So it went from hundreds of planets down to 38.
And now it's back up because Betazoid had 50
Well, now
some
it's
odd
Betazoid,
planets
so now
with
it's
them.
39.
Right.
So it's
now
building. It's building back up.
And was that a Vulcan? Was there a Vulcan? I saw the Romulan.
There's a Vulcan
there a
instructor,
Vulcan?
I believe.
Okay.
The Chinese
But
dude.
is Vulcan part of the Academy? Sorry. Is Vulcan part of the Federation?
Yes.
Or whatever they call themselves now, not Vulcan.
Navir.
Navir, yeah. Are they part of the Federation now?
I think at the end of Discovery they do join, right? Because Saru marries the Vulcan
I don't mean
ambassador.
shit. That's just marriage.
Well, they're at the
McLeod
Academy and the War College, so they got to be part of the Federation to have students there.
Okay. I mean, it's possible.
I don't know the requirements.
What if one of your
Obviously,
parents
there's
is in
no
the Federation?
SAT score.
What if one parent is a race that is in the Federation and the other parent is not, and they're mixed? Do you get in?
Yes. DEI. Navarre.
So, thank you for bringing that up. So, how long has the War College been going on? Does the War College stay even after the burn?
I think it started did it start after the burn?
Because Commander Thawk says she graduated from the War College.
Yeah.
And I know Klingons live a long time, and Jem'Hadar live a long time as well. So how long has the War College been there before they said we're going to open up the Academy?
I think the War College kept running the whole time.
Okay. I mean, that's fine if they say that. And you know what would be an awesome throwback? The throwback while they're doing this inside of, sitting down and talking about everything, that the hologram that was in the Discovery or Strange New Worlds, he's the ambassador that recruited Ake. Isn't he a hologram? No, he's not. He's just a regular person. So when Discovery first got to the future, they ran into the hologram that actually got inducted to Starfleet at the end of Discovery. He got a medal.
Yeah, like the Indian dude.
Right. They need to have a sit down with him, and he could tell this is how the Academy handled the burn. I still want to see what happened during the burn, not just from the Discovery's point of view. Show what happened to the
like show
Starfleet.
a bunch of ships exploding.
Not even showing a bunch of ships exploding. Show the reaction of what happened at the college when the burn happened. Like at the War College, at the Academy, how did they handle it? Going forward. I mean, you don't have to show all of it, but like show the beginning and then show the middle. Show them shutting down the Academy side and saying, "Hey, we're just going to do the War College because we don't know what the fuck's going on." Doing that and then finding out, hey, there's a new ship that's out there.
You need 26 episodes to do what you're saying.
Or more seasons. But that's what I think would make this show go far, is if you explore that, you can have your little romance bullshit in there as well. But you need to get some
You need
sci-fi
backstory.
answers.
Yeah, you need backstory and character building.
Yeah.
then we'll relate to these people. Like you show me why Captain Ake is such a badass, then I don't care how she sits in the captain's chair. But you got to prove it to me first.
You know what? She's 400 some odd years old.
But
by
so
the way,
what?
I don't think her son's dead, by the way. Show how she was handling the burn if she was at the academy when her sons died, because they, how do you know he's dead if he was on a ship? She said he died during the burn.
He could have been on the planet having a beer.
Right. Show that.
With a Romulan lady of the night.
How she got established on a ship, how she got sent to that planet where she caught the mom pirate and Dorian there. Show that. That's the kind of backstory you need to fill in to give and establish why we should give a fuck about these characters.
Yeah. Because right now we don't. We
kind of don't.
And they're not making us want to care about them. The way that they're portraying these characters, to us, they're just not interesting. Like, they need to have shown us something about these people. Like, what is special about these people? Like, why are they the ones singled out in these episodes? Because remember in the first episode when the ship got attacked and all the students were scrambling to get to their rooms, the main characters of this show all stopped at the bottom of the steps, and they were looking around like they were going to do something to solve the problem. But why? Like, what made these people special? We don't know that.
So, IB Trekbot says the War College was needed to fight enemies during the dark years of the burn. No exploring strange new worlds possible then. First of all, I've already established you still had space travel, so you could still explore. But what were the enemies? That's my thing is, who are these enemies? This is like saying, pirates. It was to fight weapons of mass destruction. Yet you can't show me any weapons of mass destruction. What enemies were we fighting when the burn occurred that we had to continue fighting? Because remember, the burn was already in the future.
The Zindi.
Well past, it happened well past Picard. So who were we fighting? The Emerald Chain?
The Green Witch.
The Emerald Chain came about well after the burn. Those were the Orions. So again, who were the enemies that we were needing to fight where we needed to shut down our academy? You're telling me you needed to shut down the academy to fight some Orions? I mean, shit, you could have just got some Klingons and some Vulcans and some other people like, send a couple of ships this way and, lay down the smackdown. Stop. No, don't do that. Don't touch that. We're going to fuck you up.
The Krenim.
The Krenim? Who are the Krenim? I don't remember them.
Progenitors.
Okay. Again, then show that. Then show the Emerald Chain attacking star bases or star. Show them. You know what? Show how the pirates came into power.
The poverty.
Why they're such a big issue right now. I mean, that's my thing is, I mean, you have all of these things that you can show, yet you're instead deciding to show us a bunch of kids pulling a prank war at school.
Mediocre pranks at that.
Yeah. I mean, I literally did not see any die in the sonic showers. I didn't see someone get teleported and have their head put on backwards. I didn't see any stolen kidneys or organs. The teleporters. Yeah. So many other things you could have done.
They could have cloned all the students at the War College and made clones of them.
Exactly. I mean, so many other different things.
All right.
They could have reversed the gravity on all the War College furniture. So that it's...
IB says there was a full temporal war just before the burn, which...
Temporal Cold War got hot.
That's where Agent Daniels was from, right?
In which case, you had Archer there. So if you want to bring back Archer, that's the only way you could bring him back. He's a relic from the temporal Cold War.
He did go to the future a couple times, didn't he?
He did.
Guest appearance.
And you know what? I'd rather see Daniels come back.
No, he is back. He's that dude, Kernovich or whatever.
Like I said, I'd rather see him come back.
Red Directive dude.
Was he in Section 31?
All right. Before we... No.
Actually, here, you know, I got a question for you. Would you rather watch Section 31 or Star Trek Academy? That's how we're going to rate this show.
No, Academy. On. I would rather watch Academy. Section 31 was...
But here's the thing. You know that Star Trek Academy is bad when you'd rather watch Section 31. So that's how we're going to grade this from now on. After I would
still not want to watch Section 31 because honestly, I haven't even watched the whole thing. Kovich is Agent Daniels.
Yes. I'd rather have him make
whose name in himself is somewhat of a red directive.
Why is that?
That's what he says.
Oh, okay.
The future. The guy the Suliban was talking to turned out to be Archer? I didn't know that.
You know, it says that he was going to turn out to be Archer. And I had that theory as well. Because they never show the future guy.
They never confirm it.
To be Archer.
Because they had to cut Enterprise short.
Right. I still think, and then it turned out all to be a hologram, which is just dumb. One of the dumbest episodes. I still think you need to watch Section 31 then. I probably need to watch it again as well or try and make it through. I still think that's a good gauge. As if I'd rather watch Section 31 than watch Enterprise. Or not Enterprise, Academy.
All right, well, it's down to 49 degrees in here, so I'm about to bounce. But it's cold out here.
That was a fun show.
Yeah, see? It could have been no show, but it ended up being some show. Real quick, before we wrap, give a quick rating of Episode 3, Starfleet Academy, 1 through 10, or 0 through 10, I guess. Score it. Episode 3.
4.5.
4.5. I'm going 3. I'm just going a flat amateur 3. And that's, to me, I feel like I'm being generous because I watched episode 3 of Starfleet Academy, and then I immediately watched those DS9 episodes with Nog getting his leg.
That's what throws your thing off, though.
I know. It's because I'm putting it up against like a supermodel.
Karen McLeod, the Clan McLeod.
There can be only
gives
one.
It a 7.
You know, I wish my Elgato mic arm had a drink holder in it, because then I could just put my drink right here on it with the straw, and I wouldn't have to keep picking up my mason jar with my moonshine.
First world problems. Why don't you just have PVG design one for you?
And 3D print it?
I think that would weigh down your arm, though.
Yeah. But I mean, this arm is this is the Elgato Mic Arm Pro. So it's supposed to be the better one.
Well, mine is the iTech Pro White.
That's a nice one. I like that one.
But it doesn't articulate like yours does. It only swings left and right, and I have a little brace here.
Oh.
Which it did fall completely off before my show, before my podcast or my stream the other night. Because I'm using these little...
PVG gave it a 7.
I'm using these little lights now to give...
Oh, wait, Karen McLeod, you're giving it a 3.1? I thought you liked it, Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod. There can be only one.
Yeah, you gave it a 7. Now
You were
saying
mad at me for not
3.1.
like. Oh wait, she said 7, 3.1. Oh, print one of the. Okay, I read that wrong.
Oh, she means 3D print one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You forgot the D. Oh, that's hilarious.
Karen McLeod of the classic
There
Clan
can be
McLeod
only
of the
one.
Clan McLeod.
Well, it's every time we refer to her, it just takes a lot. There's a lot of words. It's
You
at least a
forgot
seven.
the
It's a
D.
17-second ordeal every time we mention Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod. There can be only one. It's a lot of words.
PVG gave it a 7. It wasn't boring, it wasn't entertaining, but could have been an episode of Police Academy.
Yeah.
Man, PVG, you need to do some Google searching on ratings because I don't think you understand what rating a 7 means.
And PVG, we didn't do a production meeting this week. IB gave it a 7.5. Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I think my 4.5 was adequate. It was watchable.
I think I gave it a 3.
You gave it a 3, but I gave it a 4.5 because it's watchable.
But I'm sitting
Definitely
here
had
watching
room
good
for
episode.
improvement.
I'm in season 7 of DS9, and Starfleet Academy going up against DS9 season 7.
See, that's the
it's a
thing. You're automatically judging it.
Yeah,
You could have said I watched Starfleet Academy and then I watched First Contact. Your score would have been a 2.
that's true.
So you can't judge it based on what you watch afterwards. So you can't compare it that way. That's unfair.
Life's not fair though.
Okay, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. Bad Trek is
High
better
five.
than no Trek.
Except for Section 31. That sounds like a T-shirt that needs to be made. I think I will make that. By the way, I'm making shirts,
I'm jumping on T Public right now.
oh man, you're stealing my idea. That's all right. You can have it. You want me to design it though?
Yeah, but don't get it copyrighted.
I told you I got my shirts right. I got all of them. So, and I'm looking at possibly going to fourth wall.
Wait, what's Super Bowl night? You know what? We'll be here Super Bowl night. We don't care about the Super Bowl.
We do. We'll watch it at the same time.
I mean, I'll have it on a little TV over on the side.
When
But
is
I don't care about the game itself. I just like to watch the commercials.
and a halftime show. Who's going to be doing the halftime show?
Bad Bunny. Oh, Big E.
Biggie.
Big
Wait,
E.
is this one Bad Bunny is going to be on? Haven't they been talking about that for like
Man,
9 months now?
I wanted to watch a little bit of Going Rounds because I wanted to see what he said about the first Paramount stream. I watched it. I watched Paramount last night on the UFC 324.
Oh,
and,
that's what it was.
It
My
was
bad.
stuttering for me. It was
I didn't
stuttering
watch it.
for me a lot.
I was streaming my own my gaming channel, so I did not watch
Oh well,
it.
I was watching your streams too.
Yeah, go check it out. Zero Fracks Given on Twitch. If anybody wants to join and help me become an affiliate, that would be awesome.
Yeet.
Yeah. Do we want to do a show? Yeah, I guess we can. Do we want to show the? I
Show
don't think
what?
we can show at the
Show
same time
what?
the Super Bowl. I don't think we can rebroadcast it, can we? If we
No,
do it on YouTube?
obviously not. No, we're going to talk about Star Trek, and we're probably going to talk about Starfleet Academy.
Or have a little ticker that just shows.
Wait,
the score.
Green Day with Bad Bunny?
I mean, I would watch Green Day.
I like Green Day. Chief Scott, 5 out of 3 people are bad at math.
I mean, and then there's
Oh.
PVG. So
Hey, but school was canceled tomorrow, so my kids are going to be up late. And I'm guessing PVG doesn't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, all right, how much when you guys?
Well, you know, I told PVG at the last minute, you know, do you want to do this tonight or not? But he said he was already too deep in the Twisted Tea.
Yeah. So when you guys close your schools, do they close it when things like this happen? Do they close it for like a week, or do they just close it for the day, or is it day by day?
They'll go day by day. Oh, PVG's got to work still. He's got to go shovel the snow.
That sucks. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but you know that's how it is when you're making the big bucks.
True.
Nah, actually, what they say is the more work you do, the less you make.
Of course it is. But hey, we enjoyed everyone coming out tonight. If you're snowed in,
I mean, I don't know how many of our audience. I mean, Karen was saying that Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod, there can be only one. South Carolina's getting hit with some black ice. I know IB in New York City is either getting hit hard right now or he's about to get hit hard. Oh, Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod, there can be only one, has e-learning tomorrow. PVG says something about the children. Something about going to an island and hanging out with children. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hold on. Somehow my YouTube got so far behind.
Probably because we're dropping frames.
Possibly.
It's just, I feel like when the weather here is cold, the colder it gets, the more frames I drop.
It is partially your infrastructure.
Yeah. Because I'm out in this garage and we got an underground cable leading to the main house. And that main house has an underground cable that leads to a telephone pole. And
ooh,
that's
you're
where
using aerials?
Aerials?
So aerials is when it goes to a telephone pole and then goes up to a wire that connects to other telephone poles.
Yes, that's our coaxial cable goes across an aerial telephone pole.
You were definitely affected by the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were using drops that were underground.
Now, supposedly fiber is coming to our community this year.
But if your fiber is still going through the aerial, it's going to be affected.
Hopefully,
so, you know, in
it's
Arizona,
fiber
we had
to
those
McGee.
big green boxes. Well, the little ones next to those were the drops that connect to the main fibers. That's what I thought you guys were using, but you're not. You're using aerials, so yes.
Oh, hold on. Totally Crewman Sherry is talking about an in-studio podcast party on Super Bowl Sunday. Mgyx is going to fly out.
I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know if we can deal with a inebriated PVG again.
Cut waters.
Yeah.
Why not?
And what's the point of having an in-studio podcast party if you guys aren't going to at least make an appearance on the actual podcast?
Well, let's put some pressure on Crewman Sherry and Crewman Patty to sit in these chairs. Look at this. We got chairs right here. Where's the chairs?
The chairs have gone.
Oh, I only got 2 chairs. I mean, I got 3 chairs, actually. I just can't fit them all in the screen.
IB says we're buried under 9 inches of snow in Central Park.
Wrong.
See, look at that. PVG, you can't be dropping the hard R's, man.
Wait. I want to see the hard R. Oh, that hard R. Well, you know, PVG, he's a country boy. He's a country boy.
That still went out.
He's a country boy.
I got that shirt. That's pretty dope. And of course, I got my Camp 8 shirts.
PV, in the chat, PVG said a 7, and I think IB said a 7.5. Yes. And PVG says, my name Jeff.
My name Jeff.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna design. What was that saying we just said? No track is better than Section
Crewman
31.
Sherry. I know Crewman Sherry did not even watch Starfleet Academy. She probably doesn't even have Paramount Plus. You know, you can come over and watch Starfleet Academy if you want to if you don't have Paramount Plus, come over and watch it. I know that little town you're in may not have the full facilities of, what do you call it? Cable offerings, streaming offerings. And thanks to Crewman Patty's brother-in-law next door, our driveway has been fully cleansed of snow.
Nice. So bad Trek is better than no Trek, except Section 31. I'm going to make that.
Section 31 is tough, but bad Trek is better than no Trek. Because you know what? And this may be true. Tell me if this is true. Whenever a new Trek comes out, people say it's bad. Like TNG, right? People said it was going to be bad. Deep Space Nine, people said it was going to be bad.
Well,
Voyager.
It wasn't so.
Enterprise.
TNG, people said it was going to be bad because it didn't have Shatner.
Well, because it was bad for the first season.
It was a clusterfuck. But it wasn't TOS. DS9 was going to be bad because, well, how dare they put a black man as the captain of that vessel and he's in charge? Voyager was going to be bad because how dare they put a female in the captain's chair of that, blah, blah, blah. Enterprise was going to be bad because how dare they go back and show a show that has supposedly took place well before any of the last 5 shows and movies that have been out there. So there's always a reason for someone to say it's going to be bad. Like there's always a reason why people say that Academy is going to be bad. I think that there's room for growth. Unfortunately, we cannot. Oh, I need to bring this up. We can't affect it right now. It's already been shot and filmed. I've been getting things in my feed saying that season 2 has already been canceled.
It's already been filmed.
But so is Batgirl. Batgirl was canned. So is that true? Have you heard any grumblings that season 2 has already been canceled?
No. I feel like they're still going to show it.
Even though it's been shot, they're not going to show it.
I feel like they'll show it. I looked something up. I wanted to know the longest gap of no Trek in the last 60 years, right? So Star Trek started 60 years ago.
Okay.
I wanted to know in the last 60 years, what was the longest we had to go without any Trek? And the longest was 5 years. There was a 5-year gap, I think, between
the movie and TNG?
No, between the animated series and the movie.
Okay.
Outside of that, the longest gap was 4 years. And the 5-year gap only happened once. The 4-year gap happened a couple times.
Probably between the first movie or the last movie shot, and then probably between the premiere of TNG is probably one of them.
Yeah, I think when TNG started, there might have been a 4-year gap, but because of all the movies, the way they spaced out the movies, and then when the series started happening, then the gaps shrunk. But for the most part, the gaps averaged about 2 years.
Right.
The biggest gap was 5, and then there was 4 a couple times. But for the most part, there might have been a 2-year gap between movies.
Okay.
But I don't know if we need a gap right now. Like, I don't want a gap. I don't want there to be no Trek. But sometimes, it's like you gotta search inside yourself for a couple years.
I think it's not just searching inside yourself. I think it's kind of like what we do is you need time to flesh out good ideas for the shows. And if it's for a show, you need several ideas that's going to fill in the time frame of the show. You need to have and I think this is what they're kind of doing, but I don't think they're doing a good job of it because we were seeing like Strange New Worlds got greenlit, and then you already got season 2 and season 3 already in the works, approved. I think they need to fill in under the assumption that we're going to have a 5-year run, and we need 5 runs of good stories, not just bullshit stories, but really good stories that are going to capture, keep that are one going to do kind of like Tony Stark said, bring them back if we can, keep what we have.
Yeah. Do you think one of my problems with Academy is it's reflecting on today? And Gene Roddenberry's vision back in 1960 or whatever it was, Gene Roddenberry had this vision of a utopian society. But I feel like Academy almost looks more like today, like 2026. The way they're trying to portray, like the way they talk, I think they actually use the word vibe in the episode.
I believe they did, and they said shit a lot.
And,
more than what they need to do. I think you are correct. They are showing a lot of 2026. But I think they're trying to be like 2026, like society and the people that are in charge are. They're trying to save face by saying everything is okay. And the rest of the world is saying, no, it's not. Shit is falling apart. But then the people that are in power and have the most money are saying, but everything's okay. And clearly when things are not. And I think that's what's being reflected on the show right now is, like I said, you have all these kids, an ambassador's kid, a chancellor's kid, an admiral's kid, a prince and a princess. They're not regular people. They're not the regular people that are going to grab and want to go. They're not the Nog that are going to the academy.
Yeah.
That's what I would rather see, as I want to see the regular Nogs. I don't want to see them.
And the Wesley Crushers.
Yeah. I mean, even if you, and the problem is this, they're using a formula from these other shows, like Saved by the Bell, like 90210, and the problem that all of those shows had is all the primary characters were from a class of society that most of the watchers, the people that are watching the show, are not part of.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like reality TV. It's like, why do you watch the Kardashians? You're not in their realm. You're not in their orbit of the realm that they live in, but you are fixated on it. Like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. You want to see what you don't have and hope for the best. But it's fucked up. When Star Trek came out, you had kind of normal people there. There was nothing special about Kirk. There was nothing special about Spock. There was nothing special about McCoy. There were regular people who went to the academy, excelled, got put on a ship together, and that was it. Now, instead of telling regular stories, you got to put a backstory. I'm a princess. I'm an admiral's daughter.
Yeah, I mean, but at least with Kirk and McCoy and Spock, we got to see why they were special. That's what we're missing now.
We haven't got to that yet. You're right. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it.
So you're saying it's coming
now? Hopefully it's coming. If it doesn't, my scores are going to keep dropping, or they're going to stay around the same.
Yeah. All right. Well, you heard it here first. No, actually not first. Everybody else is giving it bad reviews. A lot of bad reviews.
I want to say, like I said, it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not Section 31.
It looks good. I mean, the uniforms, the set design, the graphics, the CGI, the special effects, top notch. Everything is top notch the way it looks. I mean, it looks like a space show. It looks like a futuristic space show. But it's just the writing. The writing and the characters. Come on. Come on, Paramount Plus. Come
I'm
on,
not
Alex
mad.
Kurtzman.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Well, when do you get mad? When do you
When
get mad?
when they completely woke this show.
What
And
would
not
it
woke, not woke in the traditional way.
Maybe it's not
that
woke enough.
Originated.
Maybe it's not woke enough.
When they completely turn this into a reality show clusterfuck.
Hey,
With no
maybe
sci-fi.
it's not woke enough. Is there even a black dude on the show?
Klingons are always black.
No, but I'm saying, why isn't there like a Geordie LaForge on the show?
Why is there not an actual black human?
Yeah, why isn't there like a Sydney LaForge on there?
Why isn't there a Mexican on the show?
Yeah,
or an
like
Asian?
Tuca Salmanaka.
Why is there
from DS9?
only white people on the show?
Well, there ain't no white people either, except for the gay dude that likes the Klingon.
You got he's. Oh, I don't remember that character. You got Tig. She's white.
Yeah, but she's part of the community.
That has nothing to do with it. She's still white.
I pounded my comm badge. Did I teleport?
Hunter.
Did I teleport?
I wonder why there are no other races of humans, or not. Why are there no other races of humans on the show yet? And maybe that's it. Maybe it's just a yet. How many episodes are there
10.
for season 1?
10.
Okay. Well, you got 7 more. Show
So
some fucking diversity.
yeah. So we're 3 in. We're 30% down, and we haven't got a lot of meat yet. We got a lot of potatoes.
Titanic,
we got a lot of potatoes, not a lot of meat.
You're the Titanic. Someone has already said, Captain, iceberg dead ahead, and you're not changing trajectory.
No evasive maneuvers.
Right? No,
we're kind of like Captain Ake when the Valnadari.
The shields. You haven't slowed down.
Nothing.
You haven't done no yellow alert.
All she did was put her slippers on.
Right, thinly veiled recycled. Slippers.
Somebody give me a baby wipe for my feet.
She's wearing recycled cardboard slippers. Chanclas. That's as close as the Mexican we got so far as her cardboard chanclas.
I'm so close to being done with my mason jar of moonshine. This is a $20 bottle, by the way.
I
drink like one of these an episode.
Let's end the show before you finish that thing.
Well, I was thinking I should finish. Holy damn. I should finish it. Then end the episode. I do have to work tomorrow, but
so do I.
All right, so you know what we did is we took nothing and we turned it into something.
Unlike Academy, we still have nothing.
We took basically a canceled episode. We turned it into a meaningful episode.
Of shock and awe.
Yeah. What would you like to see in Academy? What would turn things around for you?
Like I said, I want to see the Breakfast Club episode where they give the backstories of what happened, how these kids ended up here. What struggle in their lives did they go through that led them to the Academy? And the fucked up part about this is they're going to show bullshit struggles. They're going to show struggles like, oh my God, I didn't have a cup holder for my mic arm, so I always had to pick up my mason jar of moonshine to drink it.
I mean, that is a real struggle, actually.
That is not. That's a first world struggle. And that's what I hate. I hate that they're going to show that. I would much rather them show
less like Crewman Karen from the Karen McLeod from the Clan McLeod. There can be only one. Says less cussing. I agree. I mean, they're not talking like they're in the 32nd century. They're talking like they're in 1992.
Yeah, but cussing's back because remember, this is why I say they need to show more of what's happening in the burn.
The burn makes them cuss. Crewman Karen
was mainly
Karen McLeod of the Clan McLeod. There can be only one.
if the burn was mainly ruled by the outsiders, the pirates, yes, they can cuss. And this is why I'm saying they need to show more of what happened. Like if the Betazoid chick during the burn wasn't able to go through whatever virtual or vital lessons that all Betazoids go to control their powers, and she ended up destroying a village or mentally wrecking a bunch of people's minds and whatnot. And that's why she's really at the academy.
PVG wants to see where the Makos come from. You know what's funny is whenever this happens and PVG is not here, he's more active in the chat than he is if he would be in the room with us.
Right.
Like if he were sitting here in this chair, he would not say a word for 3 hours. But in the chat, he's always just yapping away in the chat.
Like Sam, I want to know if Sam, I think Crewman Cherry said that she's a crass. I want to see, did she come from the DS9 photonics or the Voyager photonics? And or if she is a photonic managed by Starfleet, kind of like the EMH.
Oh, he just said he can't get a word in.
You could get a word in, just no Diddy, open your mouth and talk.
Diddy.
I want to see the fish dude. I want to see why he's in there now. Like, does his species can live in space? Were they affected by the burn because their planet blew up or something and they had to live in space? I don't know. I want to see that kind of story. I don't want to see some backstory of, I grew up without a servant. I didn't have maids, so I had to make my own breakfast, and my parents did it. That I don't want to see normal shit like that. I want to see why you're here.
And if they're not going to do that, then just have them party and drink every episode, and that'll just be it.
Into Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
And that's what would make me mad, and that's when, I would have an issue. Man, I hate this. I can't open this little bottle.
But by the way, PVG, you could just type in the chat while you're here too.
Right.
If you can't get a word in, then just type it in the chat.
Even when you're there, you can type it in the chat. We'll stop and read it.
That's true. At some point we would. All right. Then I guess we'll wrap for sure for now, for whatever. All right. So you want to see, you want to see the backstories. You want to see some context. Like, tell us about these people. Tell us about the cadets.
I want to see.
Tell us about the Jem'Hadar. We want to know about her story.
Exactly. What happened? We know her story. She's half and half, but we want to know about your peoples. What happened after the Dominion War? Where are the Vorta? What happened to the last?
Where's
Vorta?
Weyoun? Are we up to like Weyoun 25? Because remember, every time Weyoun would get cloned, they would add a number to his name.
So they had to live with Ketracel White, but when What's-Her-Face got stabbed, she bled Ketracel White.
Mm-hmm.
How did that become their blood?
Maybe she's got a built-in
How did it become
replicator.
Self-producing?
Yeah, exactly.
That would make good Star Trek.
Right. Just go into that. Like, you don't need all these little teenage plots. Just tell us what's going on with the people. What's happening?
Since we do a Dragon Ball Z, since we last left our Z fighters, this is what's happened.
Well, don't spend 15 minutes on it, though, from last episode.
This is true, unless you're going to take like 3 episodes and cover everything, which would be cool. I'm cool with that, but shit. Show something. Show some heart. Fill us in what's happened.
Yeah.
Where is the rest of Discovery? Why is the Discovery being retrofitted?
Right. What's that going to be like? We want to see that. We want to see a retrofitted Discovery.
Why? Like, okay, are you moving the spore drive to another ship? Are you replicating it? Or are you saying we're done with this? We're converting you back to dilithium, which you already had dilithium, but you also.
Or maybe they're going with a protostar.
Exactly. Where is the protostar? Where is Chokota? Because you got Rock Talk there. Where's Chokota?
Yeah, all good questions. All
could be answered.
good questions, and we're gonna hopefully get those answers. Probably not, but we hope we will.
That's what I hope for.
Yes. All right. Oh, my bedtime reminder just went off.
I know, because we've gone 2.5 hours.
I got a bedtime reminder. All right. Well, I'm pretty much done with my moonshine. So it was a worthwhile episode. We're gonna wrap for now. Next week, hopefully we'll be back to normal. Have PVG in the chair for his valid contributions, his ample contributions. That's a joke. All right, well, wrap it up. Give us some closing thoughts, Mgyx.
Closing thoughts is, pretty much the same that we talked about before. Bad Trek is better than no Trek, except if it's Section 31.
All right, I'm gonna say thank you
Good night to
our,
all the people that came
our
out
homies.
tonight. Also, Karen McClan of the Clan McClown. There can be only one. IB Trekbot, Mr. Sci-Fi Fan 2, PVG, Crewman Cherry. Was that Crewman Cherry in her earlier?
Crewman Sherry was in there. Chief Scott.
Okay. Chief Scott. Hey, leave the P jokes out of it, because
Yes, you got us
like
you got us red marked with your bad foul language, man.
yeah. Big E with his grippers or jeepers.
Yeah, the grippers and the bring them grippers over. You know, because Big E and Infinity did that live stream on Infinity's channel, and now Infinity's blowing up.
Yeah.
So we might need to get Infinity on here so we can blow up too.
Sure. You want to do that?
No, he don't want to do that. He don't want to talk about Star Trek. All right. Well, cool. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody. We're going to wrap, but we'll catch you guys next Sunday night for another live episode of the Technically Trek podcast. Stay warm.
Unless they're snowed in.
That's true. It could happen. But all right. Live long and prosper.
Kaplow.
Nanu.
Deuces.